we're gonna get right to it. You've got great videos and you're hurting what your video is actually able to do. You're hurting it because of these three things. I'm gonna give it straight to you. You're hurting it for one, because of how you're formatting it. Two, because of the lack of support that you actually have for your own video. Also, the third reason is because of the production value of it. The lighting, sometimes your sound. There's a lot of different things that go into that. But to start off with the first one, and also I'm going to show you how you can fix all of these things. They're very easy, very simple to fix. So the first one, I'm going to start off with this one. Formatting. How you format your video. Everything is different for every social media has a different way that you need to format your video. And a lot of these things are simple. You don't have to be an editor in order to format the video the correct way. So, for one, I see people put YouTube videos, right? Basically like a video that was filmed and was formatted for YouTube. The way that this is formatted right here is landscape, right? It's formatted for YouTube. There's a more technical way to say it. I don't remember it, even though I went to school for editing. But when you're in CapCut or wherever you're at, if you go to aspect ratio, right? It's in the bottom when you slide through text and stuff like that. It's at the bottom. Aspect ratio. You can change the aspect ratio of your video. Now, this is where it starts to get technical. When you adjust that aspect ratio, if the video was shot in a way where it was straight up and down, that means that now when you change it, you're going to need to zoom in to make it fit into that new box, that new aspect that you switched it to. That new ratio, you're going to have to zoom it in to bring it into the box. That also means that that's when you're going to have to do a little bit of editing. You're going to have to move around. What people sometimes use is they use the camera tracking. That's sometimes what you see on some of my videos when I do shorts. I'm using the camera tracking on some of those videos in order to make it into a short because it was shot a different way. So anytime you switch it, now it's basically like if I had this. If I have this, but this was basically supposed to be in here. Now that I have this and it's being put in a window that's like this, now I have to actually make this bigger so that it's not just in the middle of the window like this, and vice versa. Basically, it's hard because you're gonna have to do some actual like research. A lot of times people, like, if I was riding a bike, if I decided that I was gonna go ride a motorcycle, I can't just get on a motorcycle and just ride. I have to do some research. I have to find out how this works. I have to be taught. I have to maybe get classes, something. For some reason, social media is one of these things where people just feel like they just good. Like they don't gotta go and do no research. They don't have to learn anything. They don't have to take any time. They're just automatically going to be good at it. They don't want to listen to the people who already are good at it and have learned. It's just amazing to me. But the smart people, when they do crash and burn, or when they do make a mistake, they actually do go to somebody, like, you know, who knows. Me, myself, I'm the type of person that I just like to do and then figure it out along the way. But I'm still looking, you know, for the answers. And you guys are smart, because if you're here right now, it's because you're trying to get the answers. Love you. That is a hallmark of a very intelligent person, when you're going to look for the help that you need. So you're going to find out more about that. You can just search aspect ratio, how to format my video for YouTube, how to format my video for Instagram. Searching these things, Google's your best friend. YouTube is also your best friend. Go look up those things. I will do videos on that in the future. If you let me know in the comments below whether that's what you need or that's what you would want to hear from me, I will go put that together and I'll teach it to you. So the next thing is supporting your own video. So also, people have like 1 second when they're trying to figure out whether they're gonna watch them. Think about yourself. When you're watching videos, when you're looking at, you know, even if it's on YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, you're making decisions. You're making judgment calls on whether you want to deal with this video, whether you want to spend your valuable time watching this video or not. Things go into that. The thumbnail on YouTube goes into that. Very important. So that's another thing. Focus on that and make that is your hook on YouTube. the hook on Instagram is different. But focusing back on this, because I like to digress a lot, I go off on tangents. The thing with that is people are making a decision. They're making quick 1 second decisions on whether they're going to watch your video or not on whatever platform it's on. So if your platform is on, I'll say Instagram, and it's formatted a certain way, now I may look at that and I'm like, this is weird, or I don't like the way this looks, and I go past it, right? If it looks the opposite on something else, then you might go past it as well. But that is something that we have to go learn. That's the whole formatting thing. Going back to supporting your own video, this is the super simple. You do not have to go and study this at all. Like your own video when you post your video. Comment on your own video when you post your video. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. We think back to those days when we used to go to parties, right? You used to go to parties, you never wanted to be first to get on the floor, right? Most people aren't. I was one of those people where I didn't care, right? I would get out there. I'm crazy. But most people don't really want to just, hop up on a post and comment on the post. Most people aren't trying to be the first to like the post. I'm going to be honest with you. When I see a post that doesn't have anything on it, no likes, no comments, no saves, no shares, I leave it alone. It feels very scammy to me. Like I now feel like if I comment on this, I may end up having to have like a relationship with this person. Like, like I'm the only person that's going to comment on this person. Like, imagine if you went to a page and it had no friends. Imagine if you went to a post and it had no comments on it. You can't control how many people comment on your post, but you can control that you comment on your post. So, simple, very simple. Ask a question, right? You make a post about your food business, about how you bake cookies or you make some type of like skincare thing. When you make the post, it's a post that is like showing your stuff off. You don't really want to be showing your stuff off all the time, but whatever post it is, right? The type of content that you end up posting, when you do post it, you need to comment down there, hey, what do you guys think? Did you like this? Are you guys more of a chocolate or vanilla? Or do you guys like this art or this art? Did I mess up? How did I do? Should I do more of this? Whatever question, ask the question. I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of times people don't answer the question. But it's something. Even if you make a comment and say, man, I messed that part up. I wish I would have did this better. My shirt was acting weird. I'll do stuff where I'll comment down below and I'll say, link in bio. Or I'll say, my cat was bugging in that video, right? I'll say anything. It doesn't matter. Even if I put emojis. I don't like to put emojis because I want to put words, because words actually will stimulate, especially if you leave an opinion. People will argue with that, whatever. But you don't want to leave that blank. The other thing, like your own video. I have a philosophy. Why am I liking your shit if you didn't like it? Like when I see things and it looks blank like that, it looks sad. I don't want to touch it. And a lot of times it'll be good. I have had times, I try to stop doing that now. I have had times where I saw something that was a good video. It was a good video. It was a great video. And then I saw no likes, no comments, no saves, no shares. And I was like, nope, this is a scam. I don't know what this is. Like, how can this video, it must not be his. It must not be his video or her video. Because why would it be this great and not have any likes? Or maybe, you know what, I'll just come back around. I never come back around, right? So make sure that you support your own video. Also, share your own video. If you're sending people memes throughout the day, why not send them your meme? If you're sending people videos throughout the day, why not send them your video? Like, send people your stuff. Share your stuff. They're not always going to like your stuff. They may sit there and be like, oh man, why you always sending me your stuff all the time? That's somebody I don't want to mess with anymore. Because if you're cool with me sending you other people's stuff constantly, you never complain about me sending you other people's stuff, but you complain about me sending you my stuff, then we don't need to, I've had people tell me like, yo, I'm gonna see your stuff, you know, on my timeline. I'm like, all right, cool, I understand that. But those are also people that I don't send things to. There's people, you know them, you have friends that you send stuff back and forth to. Throw a little bit of your stuff in there with that, right? So, the next thing that we'll talk about is lighting. Lighting, sound, all these different things. And planning. Like, you treat this, you get out what you put in. If you put nothing into it, then you're gonna get nothing out. People can tell how much effort you actually put in to what you're doing. Like there's some places, there's some sites or platforms where you really don't have to put that much into it, but there's still effort put in other places. Like with this right here, I don't have like extremely great, like this sunlight. I don't have the greatest sound, but I put thought into what I'm saying right now. I have put a lot into even just my entrance and knowing that that's a hook, me coming through the door. I decided how I wanted my hair. I decided what shirt I wanted on today. I also still did pick where the lighting was gonna be, right? I could have parked somewhere else, but I made sure that the lighting was gonna be great enough for me to say what I needed to say and for you to see my face. You know, I've had times where I had to move where I was because the sun wasn't hitting the way that I wanted. So these are things to make sure that you think about, and they're all easy fixes. Easy fixes. So when you first make your post, like it. When you first make your post, comment on it. Just be honest. Think of it like this. You're starting a conversation. So be the first to start the conversation. You are the moderator. You made the post. You made the post. So a lot of people don't think about it like this, but this is what it is. Social media is about communication, networking, and about interaction. So if you're interacting, then what you need to do is make sure that you start the interaction. Like, you're in control. It's your page. Imagine if I came to your house and I was over at your house and you put food down, you did this, that, and the third, and then, you know, and then you gotta think about this. None of us in there know each other. And you just sit down and just chill. I'm probably gonna leave. A lot of people probably gonna leave unless I really, 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 really love you, which is a lot of times what happens. Those are the people that post, that comment on your stuff. Is the people that really, really, really love you. They overlook the fact that this is super awkward. You didn't say anything. You didn't introduce me to that person over there. Like, nobody. You gotta break the ice. That's what it is. It's an icebreaker. I'm glad I just thought that up. It's an icebreaker. You have to break the ice and, you know, open the door for what's going to basically be the conversation. You set the tone. That's the first fix. Second fix is do research on aspect ratio and on how to make your things the right way for which site it's supposed to be on. For Instagram, it's straight up and down, portrait mode, right? What they would call in some situations. But, like, you know, your phone straight up and down, that's the way it's recorded. There's a code for it, I forgot it, but that's the way it's done. YouTube is landscape, where you turn your phone sideways like that. That's the way that you would actually want to film, and the phone really does it for you. When you film one way, it does it, and when you film the other way, it does it, and the video will stay like that. Cameras are a little bit different. You have to do like research, like professional cameras. You got to do research, but like I said, like, you can ask people. You don't have to believe me. You can ask people. If you see a video, like, and it's on Instagram, and it's landscape, it doesn't do as well as it could. You hurt yourself. And the reason why also, I'll give you a very, very, very practical and easy example of how you hurt yourself. When people want to share it to their stories, it doesn't go in the stories right. When you try to share one of those to the stories, what happens is it goes to the stories, and this is how your story is because of how your phone is, and it only stays here. It only stays in this one little area right here. And I'm once that happens, I'm like, now you're hurting my expression, because I was trying to take your a video and use it to express how I felt on my story, right? But it don't fit right. It don't fit right. I was trying to use your thing to express myself, and it don't fit right. Now I gotta do other stuff to fill out the screen because it looks weird. So I gotta put an emoji here, and I gotta put words up here, and it's extra work. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. And the third thing, easy fix, is go and basically look at how your video is going to look before you post it. Put more energy into it. All three of these things is about putting more energy into it. You've already started putting more energy into it because you're here, right? You're here and you're watching this. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you also like this and comment, and let me know if you need some more things that for me to break down. And also like it. Like it. If it gave you value, like it. And I'm just gonna, keep it coming. We're gonna talk more about these things. We're gonna talk. It doesn't make me perfect. There's things that I still have to work on. Like with SpeechWise, I still have to work on. I don't have the quality that I want as far as videos because I just don't have time. But the whole thing is that I just post. So I commend you guys who do just post. I commend you guys, and don't be hard on yourself. Understand that in just posting, there's still things that you got to do after that. It's growth. That's what it's about. So let me know if it's working for you, and keep going.